Well, hello, podcast. Hello, podcast. Oh, enjoy the podcast, guys.
No.
Hello, podcasters. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, bitches.
Hey, pod.
Ricki, Tim and Joel.
Podcast. What an interesting combo we have today. What an interesting week we've had to begin with. But I'm in Sydney HQ with you, Blackers, and I'm looking at the stunning Ricki Lee doing something. Am I allowed to say where you are?
Of course.
You're on the beautiful Gold Coast, and you look incredible.
Well, it's more the backdrop that is beautiful, not me.
It's like you're about to do a
Cute.
cross for a weekend today.
Yeah, how's the weather?
Yeah, or Metro Whip.
Yes.
The weather is beautiful. I had my toes in the water before, my beautiful hot feet in the
treat yourself.
It's nice to have them away from me for a while.
I know, I'm sure you're missing them. But it's nice to be back on the GC. I've got a gig tonight and then I'm going to catch up with my fam. I haven't seen them for like 6 months.
Oh, wow.
G'day, John and Loretta.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, we're just a couple of gigging girls tonight, you and I. What are you gigging tonight,
Booked
Blackers?
and Blessed.
Booked and Blessed, yes.
Yeah, you're at the Enmore Theatre in Sydney tonight, livenation.com.au for
I know.
tickets.
9:15 you've still got time
know
to
what?
get a crew together.
Good Mother's Day present.
Yeah, come along tonight.
Early Mother's
good
Day
Mother's Day
present.
present.
Yeah.
Because all our callers today as well for Mother's Day get $100, $50 cash. Sorry, not $100, $50 cash. Thanks to our friends
I
at the
prefer
Fever Tree.
50. I like a pineapple.
Me too.
I like a pineapple.
I don't
Pineapples
think anyone prefers 50.
for 50.
I was just trying to help.
I haven't seen
What's going
100
on?
for
Did we
ages.
give away too much at some stage this week? Is that why
I
we're
don't know.
winding it back to
I
50?
have no idea.
Ricki Lee, Tim and Joel on Nova.
Let's say hey to the mummers. Mel, $50 thanks to Fever Tree for you if you say Happy Mother's Day to your mum.
Happy Mother's Day, Mum.
Nailed it.
What's her name?
Lynn.
Lynn.
Oh, Lynn.
It's a good
Happy
mum's
Mother's
name.
Day, Lynn.
Let's go to Will.
Will.
Hey guys.
Hey, Will.
Okay.
How's it going?
Cool vibe, Will.
Thanks for keeping the momentum, mate. All right, we'll give you $50 anyway if we can just move on. And Sophie, say Happy Mother's Day to your mum.
Happy Mother's Day, Mum.
What's her name?
Her name's Cesar.
Okay.
Shezza. Oh, we love a Shezza around here.
Ricki Lee, Tim and Joel on Nova.
Guys, this morning I thought Joel must have been in my room because there was this big white smoke.
So maybe it was messy.
Thought it was a bit vapey. But no, it's Pope time. It's Leo XIV in the house.
That's a quick. That was a quick decision, right?
XIV. Ho, ho, ho. What's XIV? What number?
I think it's 14th,
what does
right?
that represent?
It's
Cool.
10 and then
Yeah, that's
1
14.
before the 5.
Yeah, that's 14. Love Roman
Blue
numerals.
Ivy, of course.
So this takes me to my joke. You ready?
Here we
my
go.
Roman numeral joke.
Oh, is this a joke
the
you're
C-
allowed to
the
tell on the
CEO's
radio?
here. I've got a joke. So this is appropriate for the radio. Okay, our CEO's even listening.
Here we go.
So
Eyeballing.
come. This is a good joke because last time I came up with a joke on the air, it wasn't that good. This is a good one. It's a Pope joke, and it's Roman numerals related. Okay, here we
Wow.
go.
Okay.
I can't remember how to write 1, 1,000, 51, 6, and 500 in Roman numerals. I'm livid.
I get it. It is a bit more of a visual
That's
gag, I've got to
not funny.
say.
It's IMLIVIC in. Okay, anyway.
It's a bit,
We
yeah,
have a
it
new
works well on paper, that one.
It's a dad
It's
joke.
a good one.
That's
It's a good one for
dad joke.
Mother's Day.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, or if you had like a column. You should get a column.
Like in Stella magazine.
Yes. Tim's weekly joke.
Did we organise that? All right, nice.
Ricki Lee, Tim and Joel on Nova.
Yeah, the rumour mill is swirling. Rihanna may be pregnant with twins.
Wow.
But are people saying that? Does she have, like, where's that come from? Are people saying she's got a larger stomach for where they think she is in her pregnancy? Is that just people being judgy, or is there talk in the town? What's going on?
She said she responded in an interview saying, "I brought the kids." Oh, here it is. Here, you ready? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
I brought the kids.
I brought the kids.
Oh. I do love her outfit. I love that little Matt Preston inspired neckerchief.
Oh, yeah, that was from the Met Gala.
Yeah.
We talked about that
That's
yesterday,
cravat.
and we talked about
That's
riders
cravat.
at the Met Gala as well.
A guest who was actually staying in the suite wanted KFC replenished every hour on the hour, regardless of whether it was eaten or not.
Riders, the Met Gala. Come on.
I love that. Now, I love like a hectic celebrity celebrity rider. We've all heard about J-Lo's, like she needs a white room with white flowers,
Yes,
white curtains,
Jamiroquai's
white candles,
got a
white
great
couches, white
yeah, all
M&Ms, all of that
white.
kind of stuff.
Yes.
Which I respect because I like a clean, crisp room. I'm not going to lie.
You do. So do
but
I.
I've got a bunch of other celebrity riders if you would like me to share, and they are absolutely ridiculous.
I do, because I believe the real rider stuff happened ages ago when Led Zeppelin talked about saying, I want you to take the brown M&Ms out. And you know
that's
why they
right.
did that? You know why they did
Why?
that? Because that was so they put that on like number 186 on their list.
Oh, to make sure that they're following
they
it.
go up to the bowl of M&Ms, and if they saw that the brown ones are out, they'd know that everything else was taken care of.
Amazing.
Wow,
I
not
love
That was
nightmares
the
that.
last
at
thing
all.
on their list, and it was the most
Because
ridiculous
if they've
thing on their
gone
list.
to
Yes.
the effort
Yes.
to get rid of the brown M&Ms, they know. But were they also the ones that requested one large tube of KY jelly?
Oh, that's right.
Or was that Joel for
Maybe
tonight's
it's
show?
No.
same importance.
Yeah.
Maybe the
LiveNation.com.au.
same kind of importance. But Mariah Carey, I really love her. She's such a diva. We all know and love how diva-esque she is. Now, one of her wildest requests was asking Westfield to provide 100 doves. Like, why? There's no actual reason for that.
Okay.
And 20
Peter are gonna love
kittens
that.
for her appearance to just turn on their Christmas lights in 2009, because obviously you need 100 doves and 20 kittens to do such a thing.
You've always said that.
I have always said that.
Yeah, it's one of your great
Why bother doing
expressions.
anything if you don't have 100 doves around you? She also needed a Rolls Royce, a pink carpet, and 80 security guards. Because,
80?
Of course. 80.
What?
80 security.
80?
I get it for like the centre, but just for her. Another big diva we love is Madonna.
Yeah.
Yes.
She very specifically wanted 20 international phone lines so she could call all of her celebrity friends. It's like when someone that works for, like, you know, in the government or the president is like, get me a secure line.
Oh, wow.
It's like
She
that.
mustn't have international roaming.
No, maybe she's a bit povo. Maybe that's why she's so rich, because she's a bit povo.
Thrifty,
with,
good girl.
She's thrifty. We like that. But she has a 200-person entourage.
Oh, yeah.
And what I think is the coolest thing is that her backstage room, like tonight, Joel, you're at the Enmore.
I am,
Imagine backstage,
yes. Oh, my God.
you demanded that backstage needs to look exactly like your house.
Oh, I would love that.
Didn't Celine Dion do that? I mean, she did a residency at Vegas, but
Yes.
Celine Dion like remade her whole house.
Yeah, that makes
Yes.
a lot more sense.
Yeah.
She made them build, I think this is right, she made them build an exact replica of her house in Vegas so that her kids didn't feel like they were away from home. So she would come off stage, get in the car, go and say goodnight to her kids, and they would wake up in their home, but it was actually in a completely
She'd
other
also,
city.
well, I was going to say,
I love
I was
her
also
so
going to say she
much.
never saw her whole family, so they felt right at home.
Celine Dion.
It's normal.
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
The other one that we've been talking about our beloved Katy Perry a little bit of late.
I know. Yes.
And I wanted to share this.
Oh, no, because I'm starting to really like her and feel sorry for her. Is this going to turn me back the other way?
Of course it is. It's
Okay,
ridiculous.
okay.
But I personally respect it because I just like the detail of this.
Yeah.
So, and something's obviously happened for her to have to request this stuff.
Oh.
So on Katy Perry's rider, it says the chauffeur, her driver, is only allowed to speak when spoken to.
Okay.
And must not attempt to engage Katy Perry in conversation. The driver must not stare at the singer through the rear view mirror. Similarly, they must avoid conversing with any of Perry's guests or fans. They are also not allowed to ask the singer for autographs or pictures, especially not when driving.
I love it when an Uber driver asks me for a picture. Doesn't happen often.
You're
but
like, absolutely,
I always
Joel.
oblige, yeah. And also I'm in the back seat, so I'm like, it's a good angle for me.
Totally. Yeah, you're further away, so you're smaller in the frame.
Yeah.
The funniest thing I've seen is on the Foo Fighters rider.
Oh, yes. Baby mama.
They have a baby. They have a real
wow.
problem with chicken.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Looking
we
at
all,
their rider
we all
now.
have
Yeah.
feelings about dry chicken. So they've made a real point on their rider to say, let's try and think out this, and I'm reading this verbatim from their rider.
Yes.
Let's try to think outside the box as we consider the chicken breast. A bunch of lightly cooked chicken breasts with goo on them are not fun, not exciting, and definitely not going to get you a hug from our bass player, Nate. I cannot tell you how many times in catering all over the world I've seen island after tiny island of chicken boobs floating in a mercury-like sauce that gets pawned off as a $13 entree. This is not a diss to lunchrooms and the genius of the tater tart or the surly lunch lady per se. It's just a thought.
Wow.
Before we go though,
funny.
what about this for a diva? How about this for a diva request?
Yeah.
8 clean towels and access to PowerPoints. Look,
Who's that?
what a loser.
This is mine for sure.
Ricki Lee, Tim and Joel on Nova.
So, why don't you share with us just how tired were you? You were how tired?
How tired were you? I'm so tired.
Just a bit tired.
Just a bit
I
tired.
feel like on top of people talking about their sleep, people love
I'm just a bit tired.
talking about how tired they are.
Yeah, they do. And I've actually felt really like we did, a long haul flight midweek. Didn't skip a show, but I've felt great all week.
Have you?
Yeah, I
You
have.
get tired real easy.
I do get tired real easy, but you two have kept me up and about.
Absolutely. But I also think that because of all of the things we were doing, we really didn't get a chance to get out of Australia time.
No. No. And you can't get tired when you're
Not a
going from
lot
Post Malone to Beyonce to Dom Dollar
Tell me about it, girlfriend.
to Gracie.
To Gracie, to my best friend, Benny Blanco.
No, you've forgotten your best friend's
Well, I
name
wasn't
again.
sure. I was like, which one should I go with? Which one should I go with?
I was waiting for it.
Well, this ring cam footage. God, you get some good stuff off ring cam footage. Jack just always forgets to charge ours, and it's never
They
available.
do run out of battery real quick.
Real quick,
Like
I know.
too quick.
I keep missing. I keep missing parcels. Although I got that book that you recommended for me.
Oh, yeah, we're in a book club.
It's hectic. It is hectic. I read it on the plane.
Yeah, Oprah and Gail.
We are Oprah and Gail. Welcome to our book club.
I've just been to space.
So this ring cam footage showed a man named Michael taking his brother's dog Brody for a walk. The dog was wearing a harness, but as they got to the bottom of the stairs, it fell off. The dog realised what happened, so waited at the bottom of the stairs. However, Michael, he was so tired, he was oblivious and continued to walk the empty harness down the street. Oh, he's tired.
Come on, Michael.
He's tired. Another security camera picked this up, captured the moment a new father seemingly lost his baby. Not good. Not that I don't have a baby myself, but I don't think that's
Where's
good.
the baby?
So the dad, he looks in like the pram. He's like looking in the pram. He's like, "Where's the baby gone?" Realizes the baby isn't there. He starts frantically looking everywhere. Lifts up the pram.
Oh, no.
He then calls his
So
partner.
he's calling his wife,
Yeah,
where's the baby? Where's
yeah.
the baby?
To explain the situation. Anyway, the entire time the father was wearing the baby on his back in a carrier.
Sometimes those baby Bjorns are heavier than a newborn baby. Like they've got plastic and
Oh,
straps.
yeah, newborn babies, now that I've got two in my life, they're so light. You can like throw them around and stuff and
No,
like
you can't
toss them
do that.
around the
I
room.
mean, you definitely shouldn't do that.
Well, I'm just an uncle.
But
I think that's okay.
there is something quite amazing about. I love having a baby strapped to me. I love a baby.
I miss that
love
so
a baby
much.
Bjorn walking around. Yes,
Especially when
it's
they're
the
front
best.
facing and all you do is like when you're waiting for your coffee, you just stick your face in their hair.
And you sniff them.
Oh, it's the
I like
best.
when they're facing you.
Yeah.
Because then you can just look at their little
Snuggle.
faces
Have
and
a little
smush them.
convo.
Oh,
Ricki Lee, Tim and Joel on Nova.
All right, let's have a look at what's happening in the world of glossies, shall we?
Mr.
Harry
Harry Styles in my favourite outfit. I love that little onesie thing he wears where you can see his butterfly tattoo.
His bubbers.
His
you should
bubbers.
get one of those, Joel.
I'm thinking about wearing something quite sexy on stage tonight. I ran it past you.
Are
I
you going
asked.
to do what you...
Yeah.
Are you going to do it?
I think so. If I have time to go and get that body cream that you suggested, then yes.
Yep, you get
so
the
you-
shimmer body makeup and you'll look wonderful when you get your buzzies out.
I
It'll
thought
be
you'd
great.
treat us with the track pants with the socks pulled over the top. That's cool.
I was doing a push-up challenge in here earlier that you'll learn about soon.
The grey baggy ass tracksuit pants that he ran through the airport
Oh
wearing.
my God, they were heinous.
Hey, I went to hold the plane for us.
It
And
looked
yes,
like you
You
yourself.
did.
did I?
Did it look like you were wearing a heavy nappy?
Oh no!
Here comes barge ass
I
running
thought
down the
you were all
terminal.
going to be like, so appreciative, being like, oh, look at him
No,
going.
you looked, we were, and you looked extremely thin and beautiful, obviously.
With your tiny jumper.
With my tiny
and
jumper
then
and my
huge
baggy
nappy
pants.
What's happening with Harry in the world of glossies?
I don't know.
No idea.
Well, guess what? He was spotted.
Oh.
Yeah, in the crowd at St. Peter's Square.
Oh, no, that is not what I was going to say. Really?
As Pope Leo was announced as the new Pope. He's just popping up everywhere, isn't he?
Oh, was he going to
Just
throw his
hanging
hat into the
out.
ring?
He's wearing my shacket still.
Oh, he really
He loves
is
wearing
there.
that shacket, doesn't
Is
he?
he actually wearing the same shacket as
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, he always wears
Or
that
is it
shacket.
just a shacket and you're saying that it's yours?
Well, it's not my personal shacket, but it's the same kind of 50s French baker shacket vibe, you know?
Oh my God, don't try and make it sound fancy. 50s French baker.
It is,
Are
it
you
is.
serious?
That's what it is. That's what they all used to wear.
Justin
It's a
Bieber and I-
It's a baker's outfit.
The Biebs and I own the exact same bag.
You baggy ass.
No. He'd gone into the same store and bought the exact same bag 4 days before me.
Next glossy.
Oh, Sam Kerr
Yes.
has just had a baby.
Little Matilda.
Little Matilda.
Oh, congratulations.
It's a little boy.
Baby Tilda.
A little baby boy called Jagger. So he will never be able to play for the Matildas, but there you go.
Very cute.
Congratulations, Sam and
happy for
Christy. Next glossy. What's happening here?
This is Donald Trump, and is that a James Bond on the right?
That's Sean
Oh
Connery.
my God, yeah, one of the big dogs.
Oh, sorry.
It's a hot one.
I'm very young.
No, you're not.
I mean, you're really not anymore.
You were
I mean,
very
in this
young.
room I am, you know.
It's just the two of us.
Yes, I'll pay that. I'll pay that.
Trump recently said, he's trying to impose 100% tariffs on films made overseas.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Which is ridiculous.
I know, it's insane. But in a press conference, well, especially because a lot of big American films are being made in Australia.
I
so
know.
good luck with that.
You want Bluey? You're gonna annoy a lot of people. We've got Bluey.
Well, yeah, they draw Bluey in Brisbane. In a press conference, though, he tried putting a British journalist at ease. Read the tariffs. Have a listen to this.
James Bond has nothing to worry about, that I can tell you, James. And Sean Connery was a friend of mine. He was a great guy.
Yeah. And last glossy, what's happening here?
Oh, sorry. I love this. Is my favourite.
That was the gayest response I've ever heard.
Yeah, this is my favourite new coupling ever. Meryl Streep and Martin Short, they are dating, and I don't know the story, but I love everything about it. What?
Well, they were spotted kissing on the streets of New York, but it's filming Only Murders in the Building. I don't think they are together.
they
I
are
think they're
together.
friends.
No, they are together.
Yeah, are they actually?
They are.
Does it seem
They
like
are.
a real couple?
Ricki Lee, Tim and Joel on Nova.
It was a family affair at the Cowboy Carter show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
We were lucky enough to have Blue Ivy, Roomy, and we had Mama T come on stage. It was very cool.
Because she used to make the costumes, didn't she?
Yes, she used to make all the costumes for Destiny's Child, all those like fun, fancy, bootylicious,
Yes.
Survivor,
And-
Bills, all of that kind of stuff.
Didn't she like one of our posts or something? Or
No.
yeah.
That was Beyonce's publicist.
Oh, okay, same. Hey, Ricky's just started setting up her desk, right, in the office.
I know, it looks great, by the way.
And one of the things she brought in is one of the dollar bills that was shot out at us. Was it during, what song was it?
Yes, so there's a section in the show where she does Bills by Destiny's Child, and she mixes it with a song called Thick, which is my favourite song from the Renaissance album.
Yeah.
But at the end of Can You Pay My Bills, Can't Pay My Telephone Bills, she shoots out of the cannons, instead of confetti, she shoots out bills and it's like the detail of like Beyonce, Cowboy Carter, and it's got her face and it's got her birthday on it, and it's amazing. And I didn't actually catch one at the show, but a lovely gay that was next to us, not
course.
Tim, a lovely
Yeah, another one.
A lovelier one.
a lovely gay in a
Yeah.
cowboy hat that was next to us, heard our accents and knew we'd come all the way from Australia and said, "You can have this," and gave me the bill that flew out of the cannons.
He knows a pop star when he sees one.
Excuse me, I also brought home something for our very own Jermaine, who I didn't realise until I got home actually liked Beyonce.
Beyonce fan.
You Beyonce fan?
thought you were Lady Gaga.
Never met him. He loves Michael Jackson and Beyonce.
I brought in the Beyonce little arm sash or whatever you call it. Is it a wrist sash?
As in it
I
was,
brought him
it
home a
was the
wristy.
light up.
The wristband.
It was the light up bracelet.
Every day that passes, I
Cowboy Carter on
regret
it.
not going.
And also, the first person to ever go, "Where's the plastic bit?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I brought you home a Cowboy Carter wristy."
Mine's on my desk, Jermaine.
Oh, dear, there you go.
But don't touch it. Don't touch my stuff.
Woo! This was so good when she sang this. You should have been there, Jermaine. You would have loved it. It was
Yeah,
so
where
good.
were you, Jermaine?
It's actually so weird
John,
that you of all
can't
people
talk,
weren't
shut
there.
up. Where were you?
I was watching Handmaid's Tale at the hotel.
Yeah, you're a loser.
Ricki Lee, Tim and Joel on Nova.
13 24 10. Tell us about your smooth moves.
I need you to clarify moves.
No, well, like, how do you hit on someone?
Yeah.
Like, I've never hit on anyone before.
Because you're so famous.
And you're so beautiful.
No,
It's because of that face, that beautiful face.
Oh, yeah, I get
Timeless.
it. Everyone comes up to me.
No. I'm
gonna
very
say that.
shy. I'll sit in the corner and I'll be single forever. I don't care if Rich dies. I'm single for the rest of my life. I'm
No,
never
we're
hitting on
getting
anyone.
married, babe. You know that.
Of course, but like, do you have like a go-to move that you used to like, or a pickup line or something that you would do? Like, you know,
Yeah.
there's like these, we see in these movies where people are really smooth. Like, I was just watching Crazy Stupid Love with Steve Carell and Julianne Moore and Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And remember that Ryan
you've
Gosling
just
shows
did
Steve
the whole
It's
Carell.
so weird that you
cast.
didn't put Ryan Gosling at the top. You went through everybody else.
She tries to. Ryan Gosling shows Steve Carell how to like hit on chicks, but then it does a full. Yeah. Do you have a move?
I think what I say to people is, can I buy you a vodka soda? And I go, oh, this vodka's from Russia, not from Africa. Where, I've been to Africa. I was an I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here season 1. That's sort of, I think that's quite a smooth move.
What about this? So you and I are at the bar, Joel.
Yeah.
I go, what you thinking, Maddie Patinkin?
Ah.
And you
I
have,
love that.
You do have to know who Maddie Patinkin is, though.
Yeah, I'd be like, why are you talking to me,
100%.
old man?
Yeah, I
Why
know.
are you talking to me, your friend?
Well, you know, he was
but-
he was in Chicago Hope, and now we've got a new
my God.
Chicago Pope.
I thought you were going to say he was in Chicago. I was like, the musical, fabulous.
So isn't that cool? We've got a Chicago Pope.
Now, I found this thing and I thought it was quite sensual
Oh.
about how certain animals hit on each other. Now, giraffes are quite phallic.
They've got those long
And
necks.
they're
good observation.
Big, beautiful
Love my
girls
animals.
and boys.
You really do.
Now,
You're very good.
before mating, a beautiful giraffe with their big long necks and their beautiful bodies,
Mm.
the male giraffes will perform a behaviour called the Fleeman response as part of their courtship. Now, can you try and guess what a male giraffe would do to try and hit on a chick giraffe?
Is that like the Fleeman response? Is that like, do they? Because I can see it in the what's that called behind you, Blackers? The screen with the giraffe on it. He's got a long tongue. Does he lick the fleas off his suitor?
Or does he do
That's a
this?
good guess.
Or does the Fleeman response like an Alf Stewart impression, like you Fleeman go,
I was like, where's this going?
No. So what the male giraffe will do, the male giraffe will headbutt the female's bladder. Also, just
bladder?
before I finish, think about if a human did this to another human. Like, this
Well,
is
you'd be
cooked.
arrested.
The
God, you never hear the end of it from me.
giraffe,
yeah.
the male giraffe will headbutt the female's bladder until she urinates. He then tastes her urine to detect hormones that indicate if she's ready to mate.
That is a
It's
lot
quite
to
a lot.
take on board right now.
It's
I'm
quite
just,
convoluted, don't you think?
Yeah, but they're
Jeez.
putting the effort in, so I guess if they do end up together, it's like it was worth it.
Yeah.
You know?
Where
So
your bladder
worth
is.
it.
Yeah.
that's it.
Beautiful.
Where is a giraffe's
I know where
bladder?
your bladder is. I'm coming to get ya.
Well, it's not in its neck.
Well, there's plenty of space. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, they've got big bodies too. Big bloody bodies. Hey, Carolyn.
Hi.
What's your smooth
I'm going to the dance
move?
floor at Crown
Oh,
this
hello.
weekend for my girlfriend's 60th and do some hip thrusting. Not quite the giraffe move, but the hip thrusting for sure.
And that's worked out for you in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello.
What nightclub at
Absolutely.
Crown do you hit, Carolyn?
What's that?
What nightclub do you go to at Crown?
Oh, we go to Echo State.
I know. Okay, that's a nice spot for some hip
Wowee.
thrusting.
Wowee,
Might
watch
see you
out.
there.
Crown this weekend.
Ricki Lee, Tim and Joel on Nova.
Welcome to the Bird Alarm. Hello to Stubby and the gang from Good Morning Hamburg. What time is it? 5 till 10 weekdays. No thanks.
Pass.
You know how
We
it
had
works.
to do this live We had to do this live in Las Vegas, remember, in the Mexican restaurant for the listeners?
Oh, that's right. To write down in my phone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they wanted to play quick draw and word alarm live, so you had to come up with some questions.
Yes.
Not a whole heap of requests for Joel
and
Jiven.
play the game.
No, I know. I had to slide my margarita to one side and say, okay, Stubby, let's do it. It's my word alarm.
And you were trying to do it without the accent, and they were very upset with you. You had to do it with the
Yeah,
accent.
because I was in America and they get offended. You know, Americans get offended real easy. God damn it. All right, you're both playing for a contestant. Ricki, you got Gina. Hello.
Hi, Gina.
Good evening.
Good evening. And Stephanie, you're playing for Joel.
Oh, hi, Stephanie.
Woo, go, Joel.
There's 30 seconds on the clock for each of you. I'll describe a verb without naming it. For example, it's wet and comes out of clouds.
Rain.
Rain.
Good stuff, everybody. Oh, my goodness. 5.71 euros for every one you get correct equals $10 Australian. The dollar over in the US, in the US was appalling.
I haven't looked at my account.
Yeah.
I'm too scared.
My Shake Shack
Click,
burger
just don't do
combo
it.
cost like 46 Australian dollars. So it is not worth it. It's not worth it, but it was worth it.
I was going to say, it would be worth
But
it.
it so was.
Shake Shack. All right, let's do it. Who wants to go first? Ricky's on the Gold Coast today. Would you like to go first on the GC?
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Your time starts at the end of my first word alarm.
Good luck.
Here we go. The measurement system we use in Australia.
Metric.
The tool you use to pluck your eyebrows.
Tweezers.
The day in the middle of the week.
Wednesday.
A mode of transport that floats on water.
Boat.
The sport you use to with a bow and arrow.
Archery.
The Prime Minister of Australia.
Arbo.
The currency used in European countries.
Euro.
The shop you go to buy your coffee.
Coffee shop.
What you blow out? What you blow out on a cake?
Candles.
A piece of clothing you wear on your head when it's cold.
Beanie.
Gosh, bit of a delay, but yes.
Also, you're
I know, it's got
asking
nothing
the
to do with
questions
me.
So slow.
Yeah, because you're going coffee shop.
Yeah, because I want you to hurry up. That's the international cue of hurry up.
10 correct. Yeah. That is 57 euro for you, Gina. We'll throw in $50 to spend thanks to Fever Tree as well. Well done. Congratulations.
Woohoo.
Yeah, okay. Woohoo indeed.
Oh,
Big
woohoo.
spending radio show. Yes, coast to coast on Nova. Yeah.
I get a bit worked up when I play, and I'm a bit nervous because the Dyson's right behind me, so it
Well,
might
you
take
broke
another
it by
hit.
turning it off. You
And I
smashed.
fixed it.
No, you didn't.
And I fixed it.
Actually snapped in half. It's
No,
worth
it's broken.
$600.
It's the
Now you
only
can-
thing that keeps that room cool.
Now you
Yeah.
can travel with it because it's broke. You can put it back together. It's not
You
that
can't,
hard.
it's balancing on top of each other. Okay, your time starts at the end
have
of
you
my
not-
first word
Get
alarm.
some super glue.
You're super. Here we go. Your
My
time
whole
starts
house
at
is
the end
held
of my
together
first
with it.
word alarm. The city on the Golden Gate Bridge is located.
San Francisco.
Where you go when you need urgent medical attention.
The hospital.
An animal that slithers on the ground.
Snake.
A lunch meal with two things, slices of bread. The body part of your head you hear out of.
Your ears.
A light you keep on your bedside table.
Lamp. I don't
The
have one.
name of someone who serves you at a restaurant.
John.
What you wrap yourself in to keep warm.
Oh, one of those silver emergency blankets.
Oh, this is interesting. What you turn on
You're
to
asking
cool
me
yourself
way
down.
faster.
What you what?
What
Fan.
you
A fan.
turn on to okay,
Air
the animal
conditioning.
the jockeys ride.
Horses.
Okay, you're not supposed to interrupt just because you're angry you went slow for a start.
Well, I'm angry because you were asking in super slow motion and you were asking in fast forward for Joel.
But I was giving.
Just saying, for
What?
my listener.
But also,
Quite.
John,
Gina.
it's a waiter, not John. But
You said the
got-
name of the person serving you. I don't call them waiters. I get to know them personally because everyone's a human to me.
10 euros for you as well. 57 euros for you. 10 correct. That's it, Steph. You'll get $50 thanks to Fever Tree 2 for the weekend. Happy weekend. Yes.
Yes, Jessica.
Ricki Lee, Tim and Joel's podcast on Nova.